Hey everybody, this is Lynn. I have a little traveler's notebook that is going to go in the shop right away. I wanted to try to quickly show it to you instead of taking up a lot of time with this. It's tied with an Oscar de la Renta scarf, and the journal itself is a standard TN size. The fabric on the outside I absolutely love. I was going to try to show you the whole thing. Let's see, it has cups all over it, and this cup on the front, just the beautiful pink. I was thinking about tea leaves, and maybe saying that you'll figure out a little bit where I'm going with this. We have a botanical element with the mushroom charms. I was inspired by some ephemera that I have to make somewhat of a witch's journal, and this is not a dark witch. I don't practice witchcraft. I just think there's something really drawing and attractive about people who have a supernatural power. That's why the Harry Potter movies and books were so popular. It's why the show Bewitched was so popular back in the day. It's part of our attraction to vampires and any kind of creature that has power to live forever or to change things or to save themselves from, events that they might encounter that are dangerous or things that we want to have safety from. But as I was going through ephemera and creating some digital pages, all I could think about was, what if there had been a society in Victorian times of women who were going to practice good witch traditions? And this is what came from that. I've got this little book called Birdsong Academy, and this picture in the front that's scanned from some old photos that I have. She could be the headmistress, she could be the student. I was going to make her a student, and yet she looks like she could be a teacher. She doesn't have her witch's hat on though. So maybe she's a student. She's just enrolled and she hasn't had her hat given to her yet. At any rate, I love this image. I took this from an old image that I had and just did some things to liven it up. I put a witch's hat on her, and it's got the beautiful rose garland. This traveler's notebook, it's just completely designed by myself, by moi. And some of these pages they've been stained. Some are just pages that have the digital printouts. There are a few little tabs and things scattered throughout, but I wanted this journal just to give the feel of maybe a witchy vibe, but also a good witch vibe. Not anything dark, definitely. So you can just see all of these images. I'm just going to flip through quickly. There's not really too much to say. These are just old images. These are old images that came from my collection or either from the public domain. Again, this is a kit that I'm working with to be able to create these quickly. And this is the only page in here that's a little on the dark side. However, it is old art, and it might seem a little too dark for some. It's kind of whimsical, and I agree it has a touch of darkness. However, it's in here as I refined the kit that I'm going to use to be able to create these journals for my shop. I did remove this image, but I like it in this book. It's just probably not going to be a part of the kit or the journal that I create quickly. I wanted something that I could print out really quickly. So there are just a lot of botanical references, a lot of very old references. Some of these pages are stained in a way that it looks like something has been spilled on them. In the center, we've got the skull image, and you need to be able to read the mind. And that was why that little image was in the center there. Lots of ledger pages to be able to write on. This is a very tiny image. It's backwards on this one, which all of that is intentional. This one you can read it. It's onyx hosiery, and it says guaranteed stainless, and it says black. I was thinking about black stockings for witches. Oh, that's a beautiful image right there. And this, you can hardly see the man in the edge of the woods, but he's there. And oh, I just thought about the darkness of the woods and how dense it is, and you can be looking right at something and not see it. Of course, what lives in the woods will see you. So there are more mushrooms. This is an old ad for witch cream. As I went through my process of creating a digital set, some of these things I revised a little bit, so they're not all going to be like this. I brought the witch cream advertisement down a little bit so that you could read the whole thing. There's some people on the edge of a very large wood there. That's an old painting. I believe it's called A Witch and a Mirror, and it's very hard to see. I've faded it quite a bit, but there's a skull there and just a few, I guess, tokens of the trade. There's some tabs there. Love this little image right there. Of course, that has been taken from the witch cream ad. So this is basically just a TN. This is something that has enough embellishment to be able to enjoy the visuals, the images, and for it to have a theme, but it's mainly to write in. This is to carry around and keep your notes in, or turn it into, you know, just decorate it on up, whatever you want to do with that. There are 3 little charms. One is a metal bird, and there's a metal heart there, and then this is just a really pretty charm that came from some broken jewelry, and that looks like mother of pearl in the center. It's really pretty. So that is that journal, and I'm listing that in the shop right now if you're interested. I've loved working on these kits, so you can expect to see more of these traveler's notebooks in the shop. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.